How's everybody doing this Monday night as we're heading right into November? And man, it feels like it outside too. I tell you what, had nice weather well up into the year, and then yuck. All of a sudden, here comes winter around the corner. Nobody likes that. Well, we like the football part of it, but we just don't like the rest of it. So tonight we have some memorabilia to open. And then we'll follow that with a full case of Topps Update Jumbo. But before we open anything up, many of you know how this works. We've got a little information to go over, so let's go ahead and get started with that before we do anything else. We'll get us all caught up and on the same page here. Feedback. Just to let you know, I have mine completely automated. What that means to you is anytime you leave positive feedback for me, you should instantly get it in return. You don't ever have to wait on me. Yay. Boo for waiting. Yay for automation. And then, of course, the other message there is a note to say thank you. I do appreciate each of you who stops by to chat with me and bid with me, break with me, keep me updated on scores. You guys are great about keeping me company every night, and I appreciate you. What we're looking at right now are breaks that are listed on eBay. This is the stuff that's already up and available for bidding. We're going to be breaking it over the course of the next 5 days. So tomorrow night, we're going to open a Hit Parade Series 37 autographed full-size football helmet, a Gold Rush half case of autographed basketball jerseys. We haven't opened a half case of those in a while. Then we'll head into our last case of 5-star baseball and a full 12-box case of Prism football. That's going to be kind of a long break. Prism, I didn't entirely estimate correctly about how long it was going to take to break that one. So we'll probably end up being about a 2-hour break tomorrow night as well. Wednesday night, we'll start at 9:30 because it's a new release night, and we'll bust into some Flawless Basketball, which is a Wednesday release. A case of Topps High Tech, also a Wednesday release. We'll also open a 12-box case of Bowman Chrome Baseball, which happens to be the last of the Bowman Chrome hobby that I have hanging around here. On Thursday, which will be November the 1st, believe it or not, we're going to open a 3-box case of autographed full-size football helmets from Leaf. More Flawless Basketball, more Prism football. Friday, we'll open another 4th and Goal football box. We're going to open one of those here in a few minutes. We'll open another one just like it on Friday night. Flawless Basketball again, high-tech baseball again. Saturday is an off night. I still don't know if I'm going to go to Breeders' Cup. I have my tickets. I'm trying to sell them. Yeah, I don't know. Up in the air, but either way, I'm going to take Saturday night off from breaking to be on the safe side in case, I head to the races. This page here, this has a lot of information on it. Here's boiling down to what you need to know. We have free shipping breaks and we have paid shipping breaks. The free shipping breaks usually go out 6 or 7 days after an auction ends. I'm often able to get them out sooner than that, but they're always projected to go out in that time frame. So for tonight, that's going to be our baseball jersey and the items in our 4th and Goal football box. They are projected to ship out a week from today, Monday the 5th of November. And as always, if I can get it out faster than that, I will. Our paid shipping break tonight, that is our update jumbo. Guys, I'm projecting that for Saturday. It's going to be a real pain to sort. It's 3,000 card break, as many of you know. So I'm projecting Saturday, but honestly, there's a reasonable chance that could roll into Monday for that break. So Saturday or Monday is kind of how I'm going to say that. Then consolation cards come into play. Not for Topps Update. Every team's going to pull cards in that. But if you're in the baseball jersey or the 4th and Goal break, and your team is not the team that is pulled, you are entitled to a consolation trading card. It can be from any year in any series. And here's how it usually works, guys. I keep track of it for a rolling 90-day period. The next time you have a package shipping where you have hit cards or an item, then I just gather up all your consolation cards. I send them all out at one time. If you do not want to wait for that and you want your single consolation card sent to you in an envelope with a stamp, no tracking, etc., send me a message on eBay and let me know, okay? So first up tonight is 2018 Hit Parade Series 7 autographed baseball jersey. This is break number 14. Everything we're opening tonight ended tonight, Monday night, the 29th of October. And of course, team names are on the left, winning bidders are across from it on the right-hand side. We did have an unusual number of unsold teams in here tonight. Those are all designated there, as you see, with no bids buyback. If anything were to come out for one of those teams, it would simply hang out here with me. Otherwise, if it comes out for one of you, of course, it's going to ship out based on the schedule I showed you a moment ago. Last but not least, I am taking autofocus off. I manually set the focus, and when I do that, I do know that it takes the background out of focus a little bit, but don't worry, we'll still be able to see everything without any problems. Scott's here giving us a big hello, which is his way of, when he boos us, that's his way of saying hello. Scott only likes to watch us open basketball, so he comes by and hangs out because he likes hanging out with us, but he boos us when we're opening other stuff. Don't you, Scott? I know, Flawless is going to be great. I didn't get nearly as much of it as I was expecting to get, and I was really actually pretty upset with my distributor for what they allocated me for Flawless, but that's another story. But anyway, at least we're going to have some of it. So our jersey tonight, here it is. It's a nice one. Stan Musial. Very nice. So let's see. I think this is a custom. I don't see any MLB stuff on it, so it should be just a Cardinals custom. But there's a PSA DNA Certificate of Authenticity or paper COA. There's the sticker on the item. That's the important part, guys. The sticker on the item is important. This is not nearly as important. They can replace that fairly easily, I think. But the sticker on the item, if that goes missing, well, then you got to have it authenticated again. Throwback Cardinals custom jersey, to be exact. So Cardinals with a nice Stan Musial to kick things off this evening. And if this is coming to you, if you had the Cardinals tonight, please make sure that you find this little paper before you toss everything out, because I usually kind of fold it up inside the jersey. And sometimes, you take things out, you're excited to get them, you open it, you flip it open, and then that little paper goes flying and you never see it again. So just a word of caution. All right, I'm getting fourth and goal. Why did I say third and goal? That's not a thing, is it? Well, it could be, but this particular thing is called fourth and goal. So let's get that up on the table. I do know we still have to look at our spreadsheet for it. But in the meantime, here it is. And then let's get our spreadsheet back up and running here and take another peek at it. Probably you just saw this a moment ago, but if you didn't, there's the information on your anticipated shipping date, as well as information on consolation cards. If you happen to be in one of these first two breaks, consolation cards could come into play if your team is not pulled. Of course, in update, it doesn't really affect update because everybody's going to pull cards in that one. One box of 2018 Hit Parade 4th and Goal football. This is break number 3. Of course, also ended tonight, Monday night, the 29th of October. Team names on the left, winning bidders across from it on the right-hand side. Everything's sold in there, so every team has a forever home there. And let's see what we can find in here. James is here. Hi, James. Hi, Jay Allen. What's shaking, Jay Allen? Now, guys, there's a lot of stuff in here, and there is no easy way to get this out and show it all to you. And if I try to do it sideways, I'm almost certainly going to knock the camera over again, which we've already done this week. So I'm just showing you that I'm cutting the plastic on it, obviously. Then I'm going to lift everything out of here, and you're going to see it lifted out of there. But let me get this off first. They use that crazy cellophane instead of what I would call, like, more traditional overwrap type stuff. And that cellophane kind of is loud and messy and weird and whatnot. Oh man, all right, hang on, I got 2 more things to get out of here. Okay. Now our mini helmet, I think, is down inside of our full-size helmet, which is in this bag. So let's try to work our way through this. So that looks like Dick Butkus to me. That is the Chicago Bears. It is Fanatics authenticated. You can see their little hologram sticker right there. And Fanatics authenticated stuff, they don't have paper COAs for that. They just have their little hologram sticker. So the Chicago Bears with a Dick Butkus Happy Holidays inscribed Dick Butkus autographed photograph. Our jersey looks like a Packer, Ryson. And there is, oh, what does that say? That is something Celebrity Services on your hologram authentication sticker. There, of course, is your signature. I don't see any paper authentication in here, but obviously the sticker on the item is the only thing that you have to have. That's the only thing that counts, really, when you talk about authenticating an item. Now, our full-size helmet and our mini helmet should both be kind of jammed up together in this bag. If we can manage to extract them, that would be a good first step, wouldn't it? I know I'm not flipping over the full size yet. I'm trying to keep it for the big reveal, but they really, oh man. Okay, so here are both of your ear pads from your full size helmet. Can you see this? They have come out attached to the bag of the mini helmet. That's how they came out, because this just has sticky, you know, like double-sided sticky tape on it for these ear pads that go inside these replica helmets, and these manage to attach themselves to the bag. So both of your ear pads for your full-size helmet, you're going to have to, unfortunately, you're going to have to reattach those with some double-sided tape when you get it. And if you have the mini helmet coming to you, you can see there you've got a little double-sided tape left on your bag where it just got stuck in there, that right behind those ear pads, which is unfortunate, but that is what happens sometimes. I've seen it happen actually lots of times. So the Dolphins with our mini helmet, and that is Bob Greasy. We just actually pulled a full-size helmet of him this week too. Here's a mini helmet. It is JSA authenticated. There is your paper authentication. There is your sticker on the back that goes with it. So the Dolphins, Bob Greasy. Once again, the thing on your bag. I'm sorry about that, guys. You saw how it happened. I mean, that's just some double-sided tape off that ear pad from this full-size helmet, and unfortunately there was not a darn thing I could do about that. That's how it came out of there. Now here is our helmet. It is a Titan. I'm going to say that's probably Corey Davis. That's what the signature would appear to be to me anyway. And it is JSA authenticated, and they have managed to put the sticker. This helmet's just kind of a mess, isn't it? It's kind of below this piece, which is not actually even attached very well to the bottom of the helmet. As we're finding, they haven't done a very good job with this particular replica helmet. But anyway, there it was. And then, of course, your earpieces I can try to stick back in here for shipping purposes, but you are probably going to want to put some fresh double-sided tape on those when you get it, to hold them back in there a little more securely. And there's your JSA authentication paperwork to go with it. So, full-size helmet, once again, Titans. I believe that is Corey Davis. That's how it looks to me anyway. Let me get it put back in its bag, and then we'll recap the other items out of our fourth and goal. And after that, we'll move into jumbo baseball. Give me just a second, guys. I have to kind of wrestle these things back into all these bags. They maybe need to think about another way to pack some of this, considering what happened just a minute ago with the ear pads out of the full-size helmet. Then we have for the mini helmet, of course, was the Dolphins and Bob Greasy. He's been coming out like crazy for us this week. And our jersey was Andre, is it Rison or Reason? Anyway, there's your hologram authentication. It's a Packer, of course. And our autograph photograph is an inscribed Happy Holidays from Dick Butkus for the Chicago Bears. It is Fanatics authenticated, and that is your hologram sticker. That's all Fanatics ever offers for authentication. They don't do paper, only the hologram item stickers. Let me put this away, and we'll be ready to move on down the line. All right, I had to get our case of jumbo up here too, so we can keep on trucking in a minute. Jay Allen, you said you thought Rison would be Atlanta. Oh, that was definitely a Packers jersey. Yeah, for sure, that was a Packers jersey on that one. Rad Player, you're asking if there's anything unpaid for the later breaks. You know, I think I might have had like 1 or 2 unpaid teams, but it was small, relatively small dollar amounts. And for the most part, it was people I knew. I think there was one person I didn't know, but the dollar amount was such that I just thought, you know what, I can't even worry about it. I've had such a bad run with unpaid people in the last month, as you guys know. And it just slows the break down, and it's so dreadful to deal with that these days, unless it's over a certain amount of money, I just kind of let it lie and go on. Hope for the best, and usually, I shouldn't say usually, but I'd say at least half the time they completely stiff me on it. The other half of the time they pay, so there you go. All right, if you have not seen this yet, please take a minute and look over it. Basically, it's information about shipping, which I'm projecting out for all of the memorabilia free shipping breaks tonight to be approximately Monday a week from today. Sometimes I get that stuff out earlier, but free breaks are always projected out about a week after the fact. The paid shipping break tonight, which is Update Jumbo, I have that projected for Saturday, but there is a very real chance, guys, that some or all of that break may not finish getting out until Monday. Post office is a short day on Saturday. This is a massive break to sort and ship. I will do my best for Saturday, but please know it could possibly slide some to Monday, okay? And of course, you don't have to worry about consolation cards in this one. It is a 6-box full case of 2018 Topps Update Jumbo. It's break number 2. Team names on the left, winning bidders up in lights across from your team on the right-hand side there. And what else do we need to know about this? I guess not much. We'll go through the rest of it, you know, as we go along. We'll talk a little bit about the stuff that we find in here, because we're going to be together for a while working on this one. Yeah, we are. It's gonna take us a while to get through this. Rad Player, I'm looking back through chat. I was looking at part of it, and then obviously we had to get the break started. Now I'm trying to catch back up on it. You are asking, how often are you supposed to get one of the college team cases out of Flawless? I don't believe that there's a stated ratio. I mean, I don't think it doesn't necessarily say like, you know, 1 in 10 or anything like that. That's pretty smashed up. Look at that box. This happened the last case of this we opened too. The boxes inside were like all smashed up, but the case itself, like the box that it comes in, looks perfectly fine with no anything on it. So I think it must have just been a really tight fit in there this year or something, because fortunately the last time the cards were not damaged, and hopefully that'll be the case again tonight. But last case had the exact same thing with the corner box all smashed up for whatever reason. So yeah, same thing. Both that whole corner just all smashed up in there. Weird. So Rad Player, I don't recall them giving any sort of a definitive answer. I mean, there wasn't anything that I remember in any of the marketing that said, you know, 1 in every 10 cases or anything like that. It was just kind of those find them randomly sort of things where the entire suitcase would be geared towards one particular school. They do that with the collegiate flawless football and basketball. Jay Allen, oh, I'm sorry. I just now saw what you said. Do you want to look at that Packers jersey again? I just now saw that you said you wanted to see it again. I'm sorry. I missed that before. But yeah, I don't think, guys, there's any other jersey in pro football that's green that I'm aware of, with green and yellow and white. I mean, I think that's only the Packers, as far as I know, that have those colors. Of course, those are all custom jerseys for the most part. Every once in a while you'll find an authentic, but most of them are custom, so they're not going to have anything but the color scheme and the team name on it. Ironhead, you have got the Cubs and the Brewers in here, and you're asking if all the cards ship. So yes, in this break, you guys asked me to put it up so that all the cards would ship. So that is what I did. That's why your shipping was higher in this break. That's also why I'm telling you it may take up to a week for it to get out the door. And I am really super dreading having to do it all, but you guys asked for it, so that is what we did. So once again, as a reminder, in these jumbo packs, this is all going to be base up until the center, kind of like the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop, for those of you old enough to remember those kinds of commercials. When we get to the center, this is where we're going to find our inserts, our numbered cards, and our hits. So basically it's going to work like this tonight, because it's, again, large break, 3,000 card break. We're going to fly through the base. We're going to stop and look at all of our inserts, and then we'll fly through the back part of the pack, which is also base, okay? So that's kind of how it's gonna be rolling along. So this is numbered to 2018. Anytime you see one that has that sort of, I don't know, pea green, army green, whatever you want to call that color, anytime you see that color, it will be numbered to 2018. This is just a legendary All-Stars insert. We'll find lots of hollow foils. That particular one is Matt Harvey. Storybook endings insert. We'll find plenty of those. That was Chipper Jones. Here's an Acuna insert, rookie on the 35th anniversary card set. And then after that, we are back and running with our base. So once again, that's how things are going to go through here. We're going to fly through our base because we know everything up until that center is base. Then we'll stop and look as we go along. 1 autograph and 2 relic cards per box, by the way. So Rad Player, you said you broke 5 cases of 1718 collegiate flawless, got 2 UCLA, 3 UK, 2 football, and 1 University of Miami. Wow. Yeah, that is crazy. That is something else, isn't it? And you got, oh, you got your flawless baseball. Okay. Well, that's good. The flawless baseball, of course, man, you got that, you must have ordered that yourself, like as a full case, right? Because that just came out on Friday. So maybe somebody got it shipped to you super quick that's just a town away or something, but I'm guessing that probably means that you ordered some yourself that came in, and in which case you got a 1-of-1 cut auto patch of Clemente and a 1-of-1 Lou Gehrig jersey button. Wow, that's nice. Raised to 2018. A Scott Kingery rookies insert. The Rays with a hollow foil. A storybook ending Sandy Koufax insert. Trevor Hoffman Padres on the 35th anniversary. And I believe that is actually a short print, I believe, on the Tyler O'Neill. I think, well, maybe. I'm not 100% sure if that Tyler O'Neill is a short print or not. I'm not sure if it is. I think that it is. It's either a short or a super short. It's either an SP or an SSP. And if you hang on a second, I can probably tell you which one of the two it is. Did I write that down anywhere? No, I didn't write it down anywhere, but I think that it's an SP. The SSPs are obviously harder to find. I'm pretty sure it's SP and not SSP, but it's one of the two anyway. Oh, Jay Allen, you saw the Packers colors. Okay, did they not? I'm sorry, you must have just heard me say who the jersey was the first time then. I didn't realize that you didn't see it the first time through. I gotcha. And then you must have caught it on the recap or something. So there we go. Well, baseball card collector, Dad. Yeah, I actually have said that for a long time about the top stuff. I have often said that it is like getting to the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop, but you actually refined it, I believe, and said how many cards does it take to get to the center. But yeah, that's an oldie but a goodie that I have thrown out many times over the years when I break this, but most of the time people just look at me like they don't have any idea what I'm talking about, because that's been a long time back that commercial used to be out. Freddie Peralta and the Brewers, that is on a rookie's insert. An international affair, we have plenty of those we'll find. This is going to have a different numbering on it. It is the Milwaukee Brewers. It's numbered to 50. And anytime you see one with, they use some weird colors this year. That's kind of a, I don't know, it's like a maroon pink kind of, actually Pepto-Bismol sort of color. I don't like the color, but anyway, it is numbered to 50. That is Chris Bryant for the Cubbies. Don't blink. We'll find many of those as we go along as well. Ian Kinsler for the Angels on that one with a 35th anniversary logo. And then we are back to our base cards. Oh, Jay Allen, you remember it. You said 1, 2, 3. It takes 3 to get to the center of the Tootsie Roll Pop. Well, didn't the owl eat it after that? Right? Wasn't it? He took 1 lick, he took 2 licks, and on the 3rd lick, didn't he just bite through the sucker right into the Tootsie Roll? Wasn't that the 3rd one? And it was an animated commercial. I remember the commercial quite well, actually. But I think that was the deal with it. Rad Player, you got 6 cases, huh, of the flawless baseball. All right, cool. So where do you buy all that, Rad Player? Do you buy that from distributors, or do you buy that yourself, like from online places, or where do you get your hookup on that? Diaz to 2018 for the Blue Jays. Because you know, a lot of that stuff, the high-end stuff, depending on what it is, sometimes I can get extra of it if you guys want it. Not always. That's a Game Changers insert for the Yankees. That is hollow foil Garrett Cole for the Astros. A storybook ending Derek Jeter. And a Rue for the Dodgers on a 35th anniversary. Now we are back to our base cards. But you may already be getting prices equal to what I could get anyway. I don't know. I just happened to notice that, and as it went through, we're going to find a bunch of those, okay? It's an Angel, obviously, and a Mariner, because that's Ohtani and Ichiro on there. And basically, I'll just split those up, because we're going to find a lot of them. I will send half of them to the Angels, and I will send half of them to the Mariners. So that way, each team's going to get some of that card, okay? So you got 3 from the local card store and 3 from online. Gotcha. Yeah, well, I don't know what they charge you there or not, but if you ever want some help in picking some of that stuff up, the collegiate stuff and a lot of the high-end stuff like that, I can get extras of at often a good price. Now, when you get into flawless basketball and things like that, I can get it, but the price is sometimes outrageous for me as well as anybody else. Juan Soto rookie insert for the Nationals. That is International Affair for the Mets. Don't Blink Byron Buxton and the Twins. A Shohei Ohtani 35th anniversary. Here's our first relic. It's a manufactured patch for Chris Bryant and the Cubbies. 2016 postseason logo patch. And we're back into our base from there. The baseball jersey Minnesota scenes I have already done. I know I'm behind on chat, guys. There's a lot of chat in there, and of course this is a pretty big break, so it's harder for me to look and do chat and do the cards when I have not a lot of time in between, you know. It's easier to look over and see the chat when you're opening packs, a lot of packs and boxes and things like that. So, 4th and goal broke already as well. Yes. Oh, that's weird, Jay Allen. You said it that the Packers jersey looked black in the camera. That's really super weird. Huh. I don't know why that would have been looking black. Rod Carew and the Twins. Legendary All-Stars insert. Chris Bryant International Affair. Don't Blink for the A's. Jose Bautista 35th anniversary Mets. Our other relic. This is Michael Brantley. This is All-Star Stitches. And it is, of course, for the Indians. So everybody else, did you all have the same thing? Did the Packers jersey look black to you guys when I showed it on the camera instead of green? That's like super weird. I don't know why that would be the case. I mean, I do have a light out tonight, not right above me, but excuse me. There's another overhead light that I normally use as well that gives me some front lighting. That is out at the moment, and it takes a really tall ladder to get it changed, so it hasn't been changed, but maybe that's it. I don't know. The 4th and goal, oh gosh, there was a bear. Boy, there was a bear, there was a titan, there was a dolphin, and a packer. Yeah, it's funny. Packers are one we've been talking about. That's the one I couldn't remember. And then the baseball jersey, guys. Who was the baseball jersey? Stan Musial was the baseball jersey. Chicago White Sox to 2018 Ronaldo Lopez for the White Sox. Yeah, okay, Jay Allen. So you do remember me then. Yeah, he did bite through it on the 3rd one. That's what I thought too. But I couldn't. I wouldn't have said for certain, but Game Changers insert for the Cubs. Hollow foil for the Braves. Storybook endings, Pettit and the Yankees. Lorenzo Cain 35th anniversary. That Aaron Judge is just a regular. I wanted to double check it, and it is just a base. Nothing extra there. All right, off to the races we go. Hey, Greg. Did I see you earlier, Greg? I don't know if I did or not. Oh, your flawless baseball was 22-25. Yeah, mine was maybe a little bit less than that, but probably not vastly different. It would have been a little different, but not vastly so. But of course, if, like you said, if it's easier for you, you know, you want to get it there from the local card shop, that makes total sense. I was thinking more like, you know, if you had stuff that was coming in from online or whatever, that kind of stuff, I imagine most of the time my people would beat their prices. Legendary All-Stars for the Angels. That is the Cubbies International Affair. Wilson Ramos and the Phillies. That is numbered to 67 with our black parallel. International Affair, Pedro Martinez and the White Sox. Don't Blink for the Mets. for the Cardinals, Tommy Pham, 35th anniversary. And I believe we are back to the norm. Oh yeah, most of that stuff, Rad Player, like anything that's collegiate, like collegiate flawless, NT collegiate, any of the collegiate stuff. I've got one distributor in particular that I can almost get anything I want from in the collegiate stuff, because I put a lot of my business towards them, so they're very good about letting me have that. When you get into the other stuff, I can always get it. It's just a question of what's the price going to be on it. So, you know. Yeah, basketball is really expensive. Flawless basketball, really expensive this year. And I wasn't able to get nearly as much as I should have gotten, or as much as I was expecting to get. They really messed me over pretty good on flawless basketball this year, so I wasn't very happy about that. But nonetheless, I can still get more, but I'd have to pay a lot for it. The Rangers to 2018. The Cincinnati Reds with a legendary All-Stars Joe Morgan. The Cleveland Indians, Leonis Martin with a hollow foil. Storybook endings, Rivera for the Yankees. Gleyber Torres, 35th anniversary rookie for the Yankees. And a little short print, Josh Donaldson for the Indians. And after that, we are back to the base. Yeah, I wonder why it looks so dark. That's so weird. It must be, I guess, because of that front light being out or something. But that is so strange that it would look black. I guess I need to. I guess I need to get that front light changed back over pretty soon, don't I? I need to get somebody in here with a ladder. I have not ever seen them put the wrong thing in a case. No, Rad Player, you're talking about you pulled a flawless basketball out of a flawless football case. I've never seen that, because they usually come out at different times, number one. But number two, flawless in particular is hand collated. So that's not done by, machines or anything. That's actually people packing that. So I don't know, that's odd. Edwin Encarnacion, that is Game Changers for the Indians. International Affairs for the Angels. Don't Blink for the Kansas City Royals. Garrett Cole, 35th anniversary for the Astros. Finally, here's our autograph. It hung out to the very bitter end here. And that is Kiner Falefa? Well, I'm going to butcher it. It's for the Rangers. It's a rookie for the Rangers. And that's our autograph card for the box. That's the important part of that. It's just like, yeah, that one, oh boy, we all know I butcher anything really beyond like Smith and Jones and Taylor and whatnot. So for sure, I'm not going to tackle that one very well, am I? I don't know. I would not, Rad Player, if they would certainly switch it out for you, but I would be hard-pressed to think that flawless football would have regular flawless basketball in it. I would think would be a stretch. I mean, maybe they put collegiate basketball in there by mistake, but that hasn't even been released yet this year. Collegiate flawless doesn't come out for a couple more weeks. 18-19. 17-18 flawless basketball, of course, comes out Wednesday. I don't know. I would not think that it would have that really in there, but maybe. I don't know. Yeah, our pre-orders are usually done with Panini about 2-3 months in advance most of the time. Sometimes short notice, less, but usually 2 or 3 months in advance. And the pre-orders for Topps, of course, are about 6 months in advance. But if there's stuff that you want, Rad Player, shoot me an email. Either send me an email by way of eBay, or you can send it to leaderofthepackbreaks@gmail.com, and I can take a look at your want list and tell you what's what as far as what I can get. Jonathan Shoup for the Brewers, that's numbered to 2018. Then for the Indians, we have Francisco Lindor, Game Changers insert, a hollow foil for the Indians, storybook endings, Big Papi for the Red Sox, who had their own storybook ending last night, Evan Longoria, 35th anniversary for the Giants, and I believe Cole Hamels, yeah, back to regular at that point. Ironhead, we have not yet hit the autograph for this box. Looks like Jay Allen jumped in and helped me out and answered that as well. But no, we're just getting started here on this second box, so we haven't hit any of the hits out of it yet, not the relics or anything. Your rep said not to put it on eBay because he was afraid he would get in trouble. I guess because if it really is basketball, that hasn't been released yet. So for sure, yes, that would not be good. But if it really isn't basketball, if it's really just baseball and it was mislabeled, then of course it wouldn't matter. But, oh, you said football though. The baseball cases are gold anyway. You said football. Yeah, so that's probably why. He just wants you to wait till Wednesday in case it really is that. Jackie Robinson for the Dodgers. An international affair, Freddie Freeman and the Braves. A Don't Blink for the Royals. Mike Trout, 35th anniversary for the Angels. Here's our first relic out of this box. It's for the Braves. It's Markakis, Nick Markakis, and an All-Star Stitches relic. Bryce Harper. Man, did you guys see what Scott Bora's been doing? His agent. So he did some interview yesterday or today, and of course, you know, they asked him, well, where's Bryce, you know, going to sign? What's Bryce going to do? And he says, oh, yeah, it's already done. We just haven't announced it yet. It's already completed and signed or whatever he said, but you know that can't be right unless he's staying with the Nationals. Has free agency otherwise, hasn't even begun yet, so he can't legally do that. So he's just trolling everybody, trying to get everybody all up in arms over what's going to happen with Bryce Harper here in the next week or so. Hey, Latchman, how are you? I have not listed that Inception yet. I have not. As I mentioned, I don't know what, in terms of individual box price, it would be yet, because I don't have my invoices. My mom still has all that. She took them to organize. I think I told you about that the other night. I think she's going to be getting them back to me this week, and then I can at least look it up and tell you what I paid for it. But it will just, unless you want to buy the whole quantity of what's there, I would probably just do it in some mixers or something like that. This is Tyler O'Neill, rookies insert. An international Jose Abreu for the White Sox. Hey, it's a little negative. Black and white. Hernandez coming out for the Blue Jays. And I put it in the wrong sleeve, so let's try that again. Let's try that one more time. Yeah, if it is collegiate basketball, it depends on, was it 17-18 or was it 18-19? Because 17-18, obviously, it wouldn't matter. That's been out forever. But 18-19 flawless collegiate basketball doesn't come out yet for a couple more weeks. I can't remember the exact date. So Expos, guys, anytime you see a card for the Expos, it's going to end up with the Nationals. And that is simply because the Montreal Expos changed their name and moved their team and became the Washington Nationals. So any Expos you see, that's what they're going to go, to the Nationals. Yeah, I'm thinking, Rad Player, that it is probably going to be exactly what you said, that it'll be football cards inside and just the wrong case there on the outside. That is my guess, but I couldn't tell you that 100% for sure, but that's my guess. Stadium Club Latchman, I haven't seen it. I don't really think I still have that. I think my local shop bought the last of that I had right after it came out. Piscotty to 2018 for the Oakland A's. I'm pretty sure he did. I'm not 100% sure that he did Latchman, but I think that he did. This is Stanton Game Changers insert. Ian Happ hollow foil for the Yankees. I'm sorry, not Ian Happ, J.A. Happ for the Yankees. Storybook endings, Ripken and the Orioles. There's a Dylan Bundy, 35th anniversary Orioles. And what have we here? A rookie combos. And that is the Tigers. So they're both Tigers. So we're all good to go. We're all good to go onward and upward like we were. Jay Allen, are you saying I'm behind on my chat? Or are you saying I'm behind on breaking this product? Or are you saying I'm behind on getting the mixed Major League Baseball things up? It could be any of the above. So, yeah, there's definitely, there's all kinds of odds and ends boxes I've got around here, guys, of everything, baseball, basketball, and football, that I need to just kind of put into mixers. That's some of the stuff that's Latchman's trying to figure out what I have available, because he said he might want to buy some of it as individual boxes if I don't put it in a mixer. So that's what we're talking about on that. Reese Hoskins to 2018 for the Phillies. The Yankees have Rivera for Legendary All-Stars. The A's hollow foil for Mengden. Storybook endings, Jackie Robinson and the Dodgers. Chris Bryant Cubbies, 35th anniversary. Kutch, baby. Little Andrew McCutchen in some pinstripes, no less. And that is a short print with that fresh shaven face there. Look how young he looks with no facial hair, right? Is that not crazy? It's kind of crazy. And I'm going to tweak one little thing here. Hang on one second. Hold for a moment, please. I want to see if I can look at it up closer if I change it like that. Yeah, maybe a little bit. We can see it a little bit up closer if I tweak that focus just a tiny bit there. Inception 2019. Yeah, 2019 Inception is definitely an allocated product. I'm quite certain I could get you that many cases, but it would be not at the pre-order price, because that's only about the amount that I'll be able to get myself. And I always try to get about twice that, and I never do. But I'll probably be able to get about 8 or 9 cases myself, maybe 10. And I can definitely get you another 10 cases, but I won't know what price they would be until closer to release on that. Immaculate Football, same story. Those orders were in a long time ago. And I've got some coming, and I'm sure I can find you some more without any problem once it releases. But the pre-order stuff, that was locked down a while back, so the pre-order on that one's passed as well. Shohei Ohtani Game Changers insert for the Angels, an international for the Yankees, a Don't Blink for the Pirates. The Oakland A's with a 35th anniversary. Here's our autograph. It's Scott Kingery and the Phillies. So we're still looking for our manufactured logo in here, the commemorative patch card. We haven't found that yet, but we found All-Star Stitches and our autograph already. So we're getting there. We're getting there. Out of box number 2. Yeah, my guess is that they gave you the right product in the wrong box, but I, again, could be incorrect about that, and you're not going to know till you open it, but that would be my guess. So this one, guys, accidentally went sliding off my pile there. It does not seem to be any worse for the wear. Everything still looks good on corners and otherwise. It was a base card, but nonetheless, if they go flying off the pile, I do generally try to take a good look at them and make sure we haven't done anything to ding anybody up. Thank goodness for mats, right? Jack Flaherty for the Cardinals on a rookies insert. International for the Indians with Lindor. Boston Red Sox with Mookie Betts, Don't Blink. That's the Braves with a 35th anniversary. Here's our manufactured relic, Clayton Kershaw, postseason 2017 for the Dodgers. And you know, it must be like, if you play for the Dodgers, you have really, I mean, just how awful is that? 2 years in a row you get to the World Series. That part is great. The getting there for 2 years in a row you feel great about. But then losing 2 years in a row, like, oh, that's just got to be worse than losing once. It would be for me anyway. So it would be like, man, you know, you worked so hard to get yourself back there, and you think, this year's going to be different. You know, we've added Manny Machado. We've done this. We've done that. This year's going to be different. And then to lose it again, back-to-back years, would just, oh, that would like break my heart if I were a player. That is numbered to 2018 for the Blue Jays. So workout, rookies, Braves, hollow foil, Baez, and the Cubbies. Storybook endings, Will Clark for St. Louis. Ichiro, 35th anniversary, Mariners. And then we are back to the norm from there. Onward and upward we go through our 3,000 card break. So, football. What about the Browns? Oh, man. So, here's my take on this. Hugh Jackson can go win one game in 2 years and not get fired. And Todd Haley manages to get him fired in 8 weeks. That is like crazy, isn't it? That is just something else. I mean, you had to see that coming. But I really didn't think they'd fire him mid-season because, of course, you know, that was the whole thing when they hired their new GM. The deal was, well, you got to keep, you know, Hugh for at least the 2018 season. So I kind of thought Todd Haley was on the chopping block. Well, you know, if you watch Hard Knocks at all, you walked away thinking, wow, you know, Haley and Hugh aren't getting along. Says Alex Bregman to 2018. We have an insert for the Mariners. A hollow foil insert for the Yankees with Neil Walker. Storybook endings, Ted Williams. A blue border, Giancarlo Stanton for the Yankees. And behind that is a 35th anniversary Jordan Hicks for the Cardinals. And then we are back to our base cards. So, you know, that was the first thing my takeaway was. Actually, my first takeaway from Hard Knocks was, man, Hugh Jackson really doesn't display a lot of what I would call innate leadership skills. Like, he was very, I don't know, did you guys watch Hard Knocks? I mean, he was very kind of passive and not engaging. He wasn't inspiring, maybe is the right way to say it. I don't know, but nonetheless, obviously the owners have had faith in him all this time. But then he and Haley, Todd Haley, clearly had been going back and forth, and then have that little dust up where Hugh comes out publicly saying that he's going to take over the play calling. And I'm thinking, Hugh, you've been calling the plays for 2 years and you won one game. You probably should leave it to Todd. And then a week later, they're all fired. Cal Ripken Jr., Orioles. Tigers, Cabrera. Don't blink for the Royals. Don't blink for the Dodgers with Jackie Robinson. Giancarlo, 35th anniversary. And now we're back to our base cards. But yeah, that was pretty crazy. Fired them both today. And then promoted, I mean, this is like unreal. They promote, of all people, Greg Williams. Right. As in the New Orleans Saints bounty gate guy who's been working there as defensive coordinator for the Browns. So, like, the Browns, like, you haven't had enough controversy. Let's put the bounty gate guy as your interim head coach. I mean, you know, good grief. They just invite trouble up there in Cleveland, I think. But I thought it was really, after Hugh Jackson managed to survive winning one game in 2 years, and he can't survive 8 weeks of Todd Haley. But the other interesting thing about it, I did not know this. Someone, of course, you know, there's always somebody that researches this sort of stuff. So somebody researched it and said that this is the 6th Browns coach that has been followed immediately after losing to the Steelers the 2nd time in the season. So the Steelers have basically gotten 6 Browns coaches fired by thumping the Browns twice in 1 year. Is that crazy or what? Mookie Betts, that is an insert for the Red Sox. We have a hollow foil for the Brewers with Lorenzo Cain. Storybook endings, Big Papi, Red Sox, 35th anniversary, Yelich for the Brewers. And I believe we are back to the base. All about that base, as Meghan Trainor would say. You know the song. I'm assuming you probably do know the song. Meanwhile, we're back with Fitzmagic in Tampa Bay. They've decided that Jameis has to ride the pine again after that horrible game he had got benched. I mean, it was so bad. Randy Johnson insert for the Mariners. International Ozzie Albies for the Braves. A don't blink for the Giants. 35th anniversary for the Diamondbacks. And all-star stitches Yelich. Oh, that's nice. For the Brewers. So, yeah. So, I don't know what they're going to do with Jameis. But, I mean, he has not looked good since he has come back this year after his, you know, little suspension to start the season for groping an Uber driver. But it's a mess down there. But you know what? You all know I like Ryan Fitzpatrick, so I'm fine with him just going right on with Ryan. Now, for sure, Ryan has games where it's not so magical. It's not always Fitzmagic. But he's had plenty of good games for them this year, so I think they just ride with him and draft a new quarterback next year. Try to dump off Jameis Winston if they can. But who knows what they'll actually do. But I was kind of surprised about the Browns firing Hugh today, so interesting. So this, of course, we saw this picture last year too. This is hilarious, right? I mean, doesn't it look like it's Photoshop? But no, that is Jose Altuve's actual height standing next to Aaron Judge's actual height. How awesome is that picture? That is numbered to 2018. And actually, we've got to put that in housekeeping anyway, don't we? Because it's got Astros and Yankees on it. Satchel Paige coming out here. And I should note on this is actually the St. Louis Browns. And the St. Louis Browns, I believe, became the Baltimore Orioles. But I will double check that, of course, before that Satchel Paige ships out of here. But I'm fairly certain that the St. Louis Browns are the current Baltimore Orioles, but I'll check into that, and it will go to whatever team is the current team for the former St. Louis Browns, Ted Williams, because that's the team named on the card is St. Louis Browns. Jack Flaherty for the Cardinals. And then we're back to the basics from there. And as far as the game for everyone, the regular non-numbered cards that are Altuve and Judge, I'll do the exact same thing I'm going to do with the Ichiro cards that also have Ohtani on them. And then I will send half to the Astros. I will send half to the Yankees on the Altuve Judge card. Other than clearly the one that's numbered, we've got to use random.org on. But the rest of them, the base cards, we'll just divvy them up half and half. That way everybody gets some. That is Bautista to 2018 for the Mets. For the Pirates, Nick Kingham insert a hollow foil for the Braves with Daniel Winkler. Storybook endings for the Orioles, J.D. Martinez, Red Sox. And we're back at it. Jay Allen, you said yes, they did. Were you saying the St. Louis Browns are the current Baltimore Orioles? Are you agreeing with me that that is the correct history of the franchise? Or were you saying yes, they did for something else? I mean, I think that's the correct franchise history, but sometimes on that older stuff, you know, I might be wrong, which is why I will double check it before it goes out the door. I mean, some of them I just know because I see them enough that, you remember it. But others, like the St. Louis Browns, don't pull a whole lot of cards for Satchel Paige that say St. Louis Browns on them. So that one I have to stop and think about a little bit more. Game Changers, Verlander, International for the Cubbies. Storybook endings, Andy Pettit. That looks like that should be numbered, is it? No, it still isn't. Why didn't, Yeah, I don't know. I guess it looks the same as the other one did, but for some reason, I thought it looked different, but it wasn't. Tampa Bay Rays with a Don't Blink insert. Kingery, 35th anniversary. And back at normal. Okay, so Jay Allen, yeah, you agree with me. You think it's Orioles. That's what I thought, too. I was pretty sure it was Orioles, but not 1,000% sure, but fairly sure. Sometimes it's hard to remember all the franchise history between baseball and basketball and football. So many times teams have moved and renamed. You have to kind of work the memory bank, or I do anyway, to pull it up at times. Aaron Judge with Legendary All-Stars insert. A Shohei Ohtani International Affair insert. The Oakland A's with a 4th of July Independence Day numbered to 76 for the A's. Yay. Don't Blink for the Mariners. Aaron Judge 35th anniversary for the Yankees. Max Muncy back to regular. Greg says Pettit is a blue parallel, just wasn't numbered. I did think it looked different than our other one, but then it wasn't numbered, and I didn't remember seeing any unnumbered parallels in storybook endings. So thank you for clarifying that for me. I appreciate that. We'll go ahead and grab that right now and get him taken care of. Of course, many of those inserts we get... I put in sleeves after the fact, but usually the numbered stuff I try to do as we go along. And the short prints I try to do as we go along. And then a lot of the other basic inserts I deal with more after the break because there's so many of them. We don't want to disrupt it every single time we run into one. Scott, you're working on Todd's Road tomorrow, huh? This is the Oakland A's rookies insert. International Affair Astros insert. An Astros Don't Blink. This was a Jose Altuve pack, wasn't it? 35th anniversary Kutch, but he is a giant on that one. Buster Posey for the Giants. Postseason 2014 is our manufactured logo patch card out of this box. I think that was our last hit out of here, right? We pulled the All-Star Stitches. I think we pulled the autograph already. So, yeah. I mean, obviously, we're still going to have inserts and whatnot, but I think that was, we found our relics and our autograph out of box 3 anyway, I believe. So, yeah, Scott, you'll have to go by and see the new owners of the card shop. I've got to go by there and do that myself. I met them, I think I told you that. I met them like right before the sale closed, and they were in there, and Larry introduced me to them. And they said they wanted to get in there and be in there a couple of weeks before they decided what they wanted to do with some of his older inventory. So I might swing by there tomorrow. I've got to go over to my mom's and help her with something. And I thought, you know, her house is not far from there. I may swing in there and see what they're all about tomorrow. This is Cabrera for the Phillies to 2018. There's an Acuna rookies insert for the Braves. Hollow foil for the Giants. Storybook endings, Jackie Robinson. For the Pirates, we have Austin Meadows on the 35th anniversary. There is an Ian Kinsler short print for the Red Sox. He's got a lot of Kentucky stuff. Well, the guy who did own the card shop did for sure have a lot of Kentucky stuff. Now, these new people that bought it just took it over a couple of weeks back, you know, 2-3 weeks ago. I think as far as I know, they bought all of his inventory, I think. Now, of course, Larry had sold some stuff out already before, you know, he was already starting to take offers on stuff and had been for a month or so before they came in and bought it. So some stuff had sold. He may have kept a few things for himself as well. I don't know. But then the rest of it, I'm sure, transferred to them as part of the sale price. But I don't know how they're going to configure it. Other than they said they were going to bring in like Pokemon cards and Yu-Gi-Oh cards and that sort of stuff. They were going to bring in some of that. And beyond that, I don't know. George Springer for the Astros, International for the Blue Jays, Don't Blink for my Cincinnati Reds, the Nationals with 35th anniversary. I guess we had not found our autograph in this box because, you know what? Here it is. It's Jesse Biddle and the Braves. So quite obviously we had not yet found it because we just found it. Yeah, Jay Allen, you were right. I mean, you were absolutely right that we hadn't seen the auto yet. That's, you know, sometimes when we open so many right in a row with this many cards, I was still thinking about Scott Kingery, and that must have been out of box number 2, and I was thinking it was out of box number 3. But the good thing about it is, as long as we keep opening, we're eventually going to find it, no matter whether I have my count right or wrong. But I really thought I had it right on that one, but clearly not the case. So, did anybody happen to look at the Boston Red Sox Twitter account last night after they won the World Series? Chapman to 2018 for the Yankees. They were trolling a bunch of people. Willie Adames for the Rays, rookies insert a hollow foil for the Pirates with Austin Meadows. Storybook endings, Will Clark and the Cardinals, a Reese Hoskins 35th anniversary for the Phillies. So, you know how after the first game of the year, obviously the Red Sox lost like game number 1 to the Rays or whoever it was. It was if it wasn't the Rays, it was the Diamondbacks. It's like one of those two. And so a bunch of people, I guess, that day that they lost the game came out and wrote a whole bunch of stuff on the Red Sox Twitter account. Most of them, you know, like really just not making nice comments about the Red Sox and how their season was going to be terrible and how Chris Sale deserved better and, you know, just really trashing them. So the social media director I would assume it's a social media director for the Red Sox, went back after they won the World Series and started replying to all those people who had trashed them way back at the start of the season in the spring with all these like smart A comments in reply to stuff people had been trolling them with, and after they lost that first game. It was really pretty funny. You should, if you haven't looked at it, you should go back through Twitter and read some of those comments that the Red Sox account wrote back to Twitter users after they won the World Series. It was pretty funny. Jay Allen says, "Oh, you don't like Twitter?" Well, you don't have to, tweet on it, but you could still go read those tweets because they are pretty funny, a lot of them. Tim Raines for the Expos, which of course is the Washington Nationals. And that is an Indian hollow foil. Storybook Endings, Big Poppy again. 35th anniversary, Gallo and the Rangers. And Lucchese's base. Jay Allen, you said that you think, are you being sarcastic when you say that Pokemon is a good way to run a shop? Or is that sarcasm? I'm not sure if that is or not. But those people who bought that store say that they are the #1 online retailer for Pokemon in the world. Like as in the actual everywhere in the world. That's what they say. What I can tell you is every one of my distributors knew exactly who they were. And all of my distributors talked about what a massive volume those guys do for Pokemon in particular. And, Yu-Gi-Oh! And, the rest of those, I don't know all those games, like when they're a Wizards of the Coast or a Wizards of the something and whatever. So, yeah, it probably is good for them to bring that in because then they're not relying just on the sports cards to make the money, which means they can keep it up. To 2018 Texas Rangers. For the Cardinals, it is Mikolas. Why do you say it'll ruin the store? Diaz for the Blue Jays. Storybook Endings, Ted Williams. Freddie Peralta and the Brewers in the 35th anniversary. And yeah, we're back to it. Rad Player, yes, if you would do me a favor and drop me a message either to the Gmail account or through the eBay account, and just because I'm not going to remember the specifics of what you're telling me in here right now about exactly which products or the quantity or whatever. But if you want to drop it in there and let me know, I can research it for you and tell you. Oh, 17-18 Collegiate. Oh, man, I don't know if I still can, but I could have gotten you some of that at a lot lower price than what you have in there. But I don't know if I still can or not. It may be gone now. I'll have to double check on it. But one of my distributors had some of that left over, and a couple of weeks ago, they marked it down to the lowest price I've ever seen it to try to get rid of it. And it may all be gone. I don't know. Ted Williams is out for Legendary All-Stars. That is International, Gleyber Torres, Torrey Hunter and the Twins. So we've got this down now. This is a Legendary All-Stars in a blue parallel but isn't numbered. Somebody helped me out and told me those blue parallels are not going to be numbered. That is the Padres Don't Blink, a 35th anniversary Tyler O'Neill for the Cardinals. I think this Chris Archer might be short. No, it isn't, but I thought that it was. From that image, I thought that it was. Storm, you were asking if there are Braves or Angels. I believe we hit a Braves autograph, didn't we, guys, earlier? I think we did. But of course, Storm will recap all this at the end. Scott, you're out of here. All right, man. Well, you come back and see us, Scott. You know I always like you to drop by and hang out with me. So have fun tomorrow out on Todd's Road. Stay safe out there, man. They drive like crazy people on Todd's Road sometimes, so you got to watch out for them out there while you're working tomorrow. Crazy people. And Jay Allen, you said it's two different types of people, and that's why you think it'll ruin the sports card store. Well, I don't think that they will cut bait on the sports card part of it, and I'll tell you why. Because they bought the store for the sole purpose of getting the sports cards. Because even as big as they are with Pokemon and everything else, they couldn't get a foothold in any of the sports cards. Austin Meadows insert for the Pirates. Gary Sanchez insert for the Yankees. A Don't Blink for the Indians. A 35th anniversary for the Rays. All-Star Stitches coming out here for Charlie Blackmon and the Rockies. So their whole motivation for buying this local card shop is so that they can expand into the sports card business. So I don't think they'll cut out the sports card side of it at all. If anything, they're looking to grow that and expand it to their online sales and to their other locations. Because they're mostly located in Corbin and places that aren't near here, or aren't super near here. And they want to use that store to grow it up to have enough volume to fill up all their other stores with sports cards. So I don't know, but it is near a school, so I do think Pokemon probably makes sense in that regard. And I think that's probably what they're thinking too, the school being there. And Greg, you said the print run on the blue insert parallels is about 600. Okay. Rad Player, you're looking for 10 cases of what? You said you'll take up to 10 cases, but you did not say of what, so you have to let me know on that. And again, remember, you're going to be better off emailing it than counting on my poor brain to remember it. This is an A's insert, an International Orioles, and a 1 of 1, baby. Oh, yeah. I like pulling 1 of 1s, and they're hard to do out of Series 1, Series 2, and Update. But we have one right here. Yes, we do. It's Bartolo coming out for the Rangers. The yellow printing plate, 1 of 1. For those of you who might not know this, if you've never pulled a printing plate before, here's the info on it, guys. It will have scratches. That's Ty Cobb and the Tigers. And various imperfections, and that's because it really was used to print the cards, so they don't come out, you know, all minty mint and perfect. Juan Soto, 35th anniversary for the Nationals. They're always going to come out, those printing plates, with some love, as I like to call it. They're going to have some wear on them, but we like to think of it as some love from the manufacturing of our cards. No, it definitely, Storm, was not a Kuna. I can't even think who it was. I was pretty sure it was a Brave. Jay Allen says he thinks it was a Brave too, but I do not at all remember which Brave it was. It was, oh, you know what? It might have been the guy whose name I can't pronounce. He's got a hyphenated last name, and I can't pronounce his last name, like, at all. It might have been that guy. So if you can think of your rookie on the Braves with a hyphenated last name that's hard to pronounce, that's probably who it was. So that's what I'm saying. Oh, I thought that was numbered, and it's not. I just looked at it wrong. He's up against that wall, and it made it look like it was numbered. I thought we were in the center, but we were not there yet. Giancarlo Stanton for the Yankees. That is to 2018. Oh, on the 17-18 Flawless Collegiate Basketball. I'll call him tomorrow and check and see what he's got, if he's got any left. Jordan Hicks, rookies insert. Hernandez, hollow foil. Blue Jays, another storybook. Cal Ripken and the Orioles. Mitch Haniger, Mariners 35th anniversary. And now I think we're back to our regularly scheduled programming. Oh, yeah, Latchman, you've got a good memory. That's it. That's it exactly. Oh, was there Jesse Biddle in there too? Then who was the other guy for then? Oh, the Rangers was the guy whose name I couldn't pronounce. Okay, so thank you. There you go, Storm. We just needed Greg to jump in there and jog my memory. Telling you guys, I know it's awful. And you would think, I know sitting on that side, you think, man, how can you not know that? You just broke it. And when I wasn't doing breaks, I was buying into them, but I wasn't doing them myself. I used to think the exact same thing. I would think, well, gosh, you've only pulled like, what, 3 autographs so far? How do you not remember that? But when you sit on this side of it and you do the break, I'm telling you, you will not remember it. It's crazy. It's like your mind just replaces it because you're looking at so much stuff. Like short-term memory is just constantly overwriting itself or something. Dylan Cousins insert for the Phillies, a hollow foil for the Braves. Storybook endings for the Dodgers. The Rays with a 35th anniversary. We have a short print Nick Kingham for the Pirates. Whoops. I don't know why I thought he was going to be facing the other way there. Latchman, you said you got a ton of stuff from me today. All right, well, that's good. It's always good to get a ton of stuff in the mail, isn't it? Yeah, I did get a lot shipped out last week. I've got a lot to go out this week too, but we've broken so many things with so much base over the last 3 days that I am not getting it out the door as quickly as I would like right now, but the sorting itself takes a pretty good amount of time. Like if you think however long the break takes, you can expect the sorting to take slightly longer than that. And then you would think, oh, from there it's easy, but it's really not. From there, then you've probably got another 2 hours by the time you get it prepared for shipping and get the labels printed, labels on, and get it to the post office. So yeah, some of these breaks are outrageous. That is for the Blue Jays, just in terms of the amount of time it takes. Puig for the Dodgers. A Don't Blink for the Cardinals. Steven Souza, Diamondbacks, 35th anniversary. Here is our manufactured relic, Postseason Rivera, 2009 Postseason Rivera, Yankees. Jay Allen, you said you got the half case of archives. Yeah, you did have a lot in that archives break, didn't you? Yeah, there was. Was that the one? No. Is that the one you had a lot in? I can't remember. Somebody had like 8 or 10 teams in that, which was about half the case. But I don't remember if that was you or not, but I think so. You look forward to going through the base cards? Yeah, some people definitely do, but what I thought was interesting is I believe it sold for more money without the base cards than it did with the base cards, which I thought was kind of interesting. So talking about the veteran base. And I haven't added it up 100%, but just at first glance, I think it actually sold for less with the veteran base than without, which I thought was super strange. But anyway, Tony Kemp to 2018 for the Astros. For the A's, it's a Reggie Jackson insert, a hollow foil for the Braves with Ozzie Albies. Storybook endings, Will Clark again. Bryce Harper, 35th anniversary for the Nationals. And there's a nice little Stanton short print for the Yankees. But as long as you guys are patient with the time it takes me to sort breaks that have this many cards in them, then, I don't mind doing it this way, including all the base. I mean, obviously it's not as much fun. I don't mind the breaking. I love the breaking of it. But the sorting and the shipping part is obviously considerably less fun when you have all this many cards. But I don't mind really doing it if that's the way you guys prefer to have it done, as long as you have a little patience with me and the amount of time it takes for me to actually get it out the door. Because it's not always as quickly as I would like it to be when it's massive like this. And here is Torii Hunter again for the Twins. I think we saw that same blue parallel of Torii Hunter earlier, didn't we? I think we did. International Javi Baez and Mike Trout Don't Blink. The Giants with the 35th anniversary. Our autograph hung on to the very bitter end here. And it is Chris Stratton and the San Francisco Giants. And of course, they've already got odds up for the 2019 World Series. That just kills me. Like, the day after the World Series ends, they're already putting up the odds for 2019. I mean, I guess that's Vegas for you, right? They got to keep the doors open, keep it churning. But I just kind of thought that was a little nuts. And this, again, that's one of our 2 boxes that the box itself came out of the case all smashed up. But the first box that was like that, none of our cards were smashed up, so I don't anticipate we'll have any problems with these either. Jay Allen used to like Christmas when the mail comes. Yeah, sometimes it probably is. I can imagine how that goes. Sometimes you get a lot of stuff. And then depending on what it is, there are times, of course, when somebody might have a priority mail package going out a day or even 2 days later than a first class mail package went out, and then they all get delivered on the same day, and then it's like, ooh, extra party. This is an insert for Shane Bieber and the Indians, an insert for the Yankees with Rivera. This is Black Parallel Rookie Duel to 67. And it's always nice to get a numbered card for my little Cincinnati Reds, so happy to see that one come out. White Sox Don't Blink. Fernando Romero Twins 35th anniversary. I think that, Cameron, may have been this standard. Yeah, it is. But I just had to double check. Yeah, I tell you what, my goal really needs to be to hire someone to come in and sort. Because if I had someone that came in and sorted like even 4 hours a day, maybe 3 or 4 days a week, gosh, we could break twice the amount of stuff we break, probably. Well, maybe not twice, but we could probably break 25% more than we break right now if there were somebody that I paid to come in and sort. But it's hard to find someone that just wants that few of amount of hours that you can also trust. And I don't mean trust as in like don't steal things, although obviously that would have to factor into it. I mean trust as in like they're going to sort it without making mistakes, and they're going to prepare it for shipment like the way I would want it prepared for shipment. To 2018, that's the Mariners. The Yankees with an insert for Gleyber Torres. That is a hollow foil for the White Sox. Derek Jeter storybook endings for the Yankees. D. Gordon 35th anniversary for the Mariners. And then we're back at it. Because you guys, I mean, you know I'm kind of picky about the way I ship them. I mean, I have a very specific way that I prepare them to ship out. And, you know, I've done it for so long that I know that that's the way I want it done. Because that's the way that they are least likely to get damaged, kind of almost no matter what the post office does to them. Of course, There's always a way to damage them, you know, get caught in machinery or get run over by a truck or something unexpected. But the usual rough handling of, you know, the throwing it around and dropping it and that sort of thing, I've learned over the course of time how I want to pack to avoid that. So somebody would have to do that, and then if they don't do it the way I want, I would probably freak out on them. That's a rookie's insert for the Rangers. This is Red Sox International Affair. Don't Blink for the Brewers. Matt Chapman, 35th anniversary for the A's. Our manufactured relic is Jose Bautista. Postseason. Blue Jays, and that's the wrong sleeve. I knew that as soon as I picked it up. And let's see if Chatwood here. Yeah, he's just normal too. Have a habit of always checking the first one that comes after our nice little meaty center there, just to make sure I'm not overlooking some kind of insert. Yeah, see, Jay Allen, I need you and Latchman. You guys need to both move near me here, and then I'd keep you both busy. You all could rotate sorting, and we could sort 7 days a week, and then we would just break until my wrist falls off. But I really would like to find somebody to do it, and I've kind of been asking around, but it will be hard for me, I can tell you that. Even if I do hire somebody and give some control over to them, it will be hard. Reinheimer to 2018 for the Diamondbacks. That's the Giants. This is the Orioles with a hollow foil, a storybook ending. Rivera again for the Yankees. Lucchese for the Padres with a 35th anniversary. That is a short print Randy Johnson for the Mariners. I mean, I think it's the kind of deal where I would probably have to go behind them and like double check all of their stuff for, I don't know, like weeks, I would imagine. And then if I was satisfied that they weren't making very many mistakes or doing things, you know, and they seem to be doing things the right way, then I'd probably be comfortable saying, okay, have at it. But for those first couple of weeks, I know I'd go behind them to make sure they didn't mess it up. And it would also, my other thing is, I would have to probably not watch them do it for the first week or two. Just, check the work after the fact, because I'm sure they would be really slow in sorting, because it would, all be new and they wouldn't have it down to like an art form yet. And that would probably make me crazy too. I know, right? I'm very picky. But it's on your behalf. I'm picky on your behalf to make sure you get the cards right. Justin Verlander, Astros to 2018. And then a Pedro Martinez, Red Sox insert. Padres, hollow foil for Lyles. Storybook endings Pettit for the Yankees. A Devers, 35th anniversary for the Red Sox. And Zach Cozart, my former Cincinnati Red, now an Angel. Jay Allen, you said you got a card in the mail the other day in a bubble mailer, an autograph card that was only in a penny sleeve. Oh my gosh. That is just... Who would do that? Like, why would anybody do that? I don't even understand that. And I know people complain to me sometimes that they think, oh, my shipping isn't as inexpensive as some other people's shipping is. Not a lot of people do, but some people complain about that. And I get that. But at the same time, you kind of, I think you get what you pay for. I don't buy the cheap top loaders. A lot of breakers buy the light gauge top loaders because they're a lot less money, So they cost less to ship. They cost less to purchase. But they're also a lot lower quality, and I don't think they offer very good protection. This is Dwight Gooden, legendary All-Stars for the Mets. Then the International Cano for the Mariners. Don't Blink for the Mariners. The Dodgers and Matt Kemp. And hey, look who we have. We have a little Barea for the Angels. And it's on an insert. You know how happy it makes me when we pull one on an insert. So it's on a rookie's insert, which, you know, here's the only downside of pulling it on an insert is they're almost always on a sticker with tops, which that one was. But I still like pulling it because it's an insert. And I know a lot of people think the opposite. You'd rather have the autograph on the base card, not on the insert. But I always like to get it on the insert in tops because I think it's less common. But anyway, that's just me. Oh, yes, I don't doubt at all that that card was messed up if they just put it in a penny sleeve and a bubble mailer. Like, that's just the stupidest thing I've ever heard. I don't know why they would think that that would offer it any sort of protection. I mean, yes, it's a bubble mailer, but hello, it can still bend. Anybody with any common sense, you would think, would know that. Plus, it gets mixed in with all the other mail. So, you know, boxes are thrown on top of it, probably dropped and tossed, and I mean, that's crazy. The Indians with Francisco Lindor to 2018. Willie McCovey, All-Stars for the Giants. George Springer, Astros, hollow foil. Storybook ending, Sandy Koufax and the Dodgers, 35th anniversary for the Cardinals, Mikolas. And yeah, that's it for that pack. Yeah, they should, I would assume that they refunded you for it, but of course that doesn't solve the problem of then you don't have the card. I mean, I don't know what the card was. I don't know how much it was worth or anything like that, but I hope at least it wasn't like a really expensive card, because that would just be the worst. If you get a great deal on a really expensive card that you pull in a break and then it comes, you know, in pieces parts because somebody shipped it like a not a very smart person. John Lester to 2018 for the Cubbies. For the Mariners, that's James Paxton. A hollow foil for the A's with Dustin Fowler. Oh, this is vintage stock, and it's numbered to 99. I had to think about that one a minute. I was like, I couldn't spit the words out of my mouth. I'm thinking, yeah, like archives, vintage stock. I can speak occasionally. Chipper Jones, storybook endings, Atlanta Braves, Gurriel, Lourdes Gurriel for the Blue Jays. And Next Stop Stadium is just a regular base card. But, you know, I've seen a lot of crazy things when stuff is shipped to me, too. I mean, a lot of people don't use team bags either, and stuff just, you know, even if it's like a single card or whatever, and then they'll also put it in a top loader that it doesn't really fit in. So then it'll slide out of the top loader, right, and just be floating around loose in the envelope. So, I mean, that has happened. There are some people that put multiple cards in the same top loader. So that's happened. Then there are people who put so much tape on it that you can't get the card out without dragging it through the tape. Which is why I only use, I don't have to tape very many of my top loaders because I carry most of the sizes, but every once in a while I have to tape one. Legendary All-Stars for the Yankees, Babe Ruth. International Affair, Bryce Harper for the Nationals. Oh, hey. There's a little Ronald Acuna black border for the Braves. How you like me now, Braves? Numbered to 299. Things are looking up for Atlanta with a little black border Ronald Acuna. Don't Blink for the Cardinals, Torrey Hunter for the Twins, and then we're back on track with the regular. But anyway, so when I do tape my stuff, which isn't very often, but sometimes I have to, I only use safe release tape. And frankly, I don't know why any breaker would ever use anything but safe release tape, because that won't harm the surface of anything. I used to use that on porcelain that was worth thousands and thousands of dollars that I had to ship it a very specific way to make sure it wasn't damaged in transit. It was a really nerve-wracking process, and I used safe release tape on that, and it didn't, if it didn't gonna hurt that, and it certainly ain't gonna hurt anything else. A-Rod, baby, for the Rangers. Legendary All-Stars. Mike Trout, Angels. International Affair, Don't Blink, Nationals. Todd Frazier for the Mets, 35th anniversary. And some All-Star stitches for Aroldis Chapman and the Yankees. You said it was a base chrome rookie and Chance Sisco. Okay, so, I mean, an okay one, but thank goodness not one that was, like a Shohei Ohtani or something. But you don't want anything ruined, obviously, ever. But at least that one you could maybe realistically replace if you had to. But hopefully the guy will make it right for you. Or a girl. Could have been a girl. I just, I'm in the habit of always saying guys, which is terrible as a female. I should not do that, but I do. I call everybody collectively guys. And I kind of always have, so I guess I'm not very PC or whatever. Ah, well, so it goes. I grew up in Kentucky. What do you expect? At least it's not y'all. I could be saying y'all. Well, whatever y'all are doing. Whatever y'all are fixing to do. Yeah. That sounds very Kentucky, doesn't it? Whatever y'all are fixing to do. Oakland A's. That is a rookie insert. International Affair for the Braves. Gohara. Astros Don't Blink, Jose Altuve. Kutch for the Giants, 35th anniversary. Here is our postseason relic coming out right away. Postseason 2017, Jose Altuve and the Astros. Houston, baby. I believe that they made Houston the odds-on favorite for 2019 World Series. I think that's what I saw. I just kind of glanced at that article because I thought, you know what? I'm barely processed the 2018 World Series. I am not ready to start talking about 2019 yet. That one's kind of crazy. But I am getting a little bit of a Vegas itch, so I may have to go to Vegas soon. I haven't been in a while. It's been at least, oh gosh, I don't know, maybe 3-4 years since I've been to Vegas. Gosh, I think it's been that long at least. I used to go all the time. And of course, when I lived in Southern Cal, we could just hop a plane and whoosh, be there in like 45 minutes. Well, once they got you in the air, 45 minutes or so. Ryan Yarbrough for the Rays to 2018. Mookie Betts insert. Game changers for the Red Sox. The Cubbies with a Morrow hollow foil. Matt Moore and the Rangers numbered 250. I like that plan. I like numbered to 50. Storybook endings, Chipper Jones and the Braves. Christian Yelich, 35th anniversary for the Brewers. And back in line we go. And so on and so on and so on. Yeah, you said I need to have an in-person break in Vegas. One of my reps lives in Vegas. So I'm sure that he could hook me up with my product when I was in Vegas. And he would probably even hook me up with my supplies. I mean, I wouldn't want to break anything like this out there because I'd have to worry about too many supplies. But if I broke some easy stuff out there, he'd probably just throw me over a handful of supplies to get them out. To 2018, that's Jonathan LaCroix and the Oakland A's. There's an Acuna insert, rookies insert for the Braves. Hollow foil for the St. Louis Cardinals. Storybook endings, Rivera. The Pirates' 35th anniversary. A Don Mattingly short print for the Yankees. Although I'm kind of afraid, like if I go to Vegas and go out with that particular rep, I don't know, man. I think he could probably just put me under the table. Now, when I was younger, I could have kept up with absolutely anybody, especially when I was in the alcohol business. I think I've told some of you before, or well, I've told it before, whether or not you were tuned in, I guess is another story, but I used to be the district manager, the on-premise manager for a beer distributor. So, yes, I was literally paid to drink. Well, I was paid to do a lot of other things, too, like manage my team and and all my accounts and blah, blah, blah. But I also had a budget where that was my job, was to have beer and entertain people and buy people beer and go into my accounts and buy beer and drink it. Starling Castro to 2018 for the Marlins. The Satchel Paige, once again, that is St. Louis Browns, which I believe is the current Baltimore Orioles. I will double check that before they go out the door. Mike Trout hollow foil for the Angels. Storybook endings, Koufax and the Dodgers. That is an international affair. Yu Darvish for the Cubbies. That again, I guess, is going to be an unnumbered blue parallel. Jack Flaherty for the Cardinals. So back in those days, when I was often out in my accounts until 2 a.m., and then I would have to be in my office at 7 a.m. to get my team out the door, I could keep up with anybody. But these days, no, I'm pretty sure my rep would have me right under the table or under the bus or both. I don't know. Greg, you said one of the other Bartolo plates was on eBay, so you bought it so that you're halfway there. Hey, cool, man. You're on the mission to get all four then. I like that plan. That actually would be really cool if you ended up with all four of them. And then you could put them in some kind of a little, like a shadow box or a frame or display where they're all right there side by side. That'd be pretty neat, actually. George Springer, Astros. International affair for the Dodgers. Don't Blink for the Reds, 35th anniversary for the Nats. Tyler Mahle for my Reds. How about that? Our last autograph out of the last box coming out for my little red machine there. How about that? I've always liked the printing plates myself. I know some people they like poo-poo them. They're like, it's just a printing plate. Well, I like any one of one because it's the only one in existence. So I don't care if it's a printing plate or otherwise. If it's a one of one, I'm down with that. And I do like the printing plates. I think they're cool. No, they would not let me take a nap at the office. I tell you what, there was a period of time where they darn near put me in my grave. That's actually one of the reasons I ended up leaving there. At one point, we had Miller with a program and Coors with a program, each of which required X number of nights out in the market, in your accounts, per month, where it was mandated. You had to take a team and go do certain activities and then, report it back and blah, blah, blah. Pirates to 2018. Willie Adames for the Rays. This is a hollow foil for the Giants. Oh, it's Big Panda. Pablo Sandoval. Storybook endings, Pettit. 35th anniversary, Reese Hoskins. And so there was a period of time where out of 365 days, now keep in mind I was salaried, so I already had worked my 40 or 45 hours through the daytime. And then I still was required to go do all these nighttime events, which would average 4 to 5 hours a night for the same pay, right? No extra money. same money. And there was a period of time where out of 365 nights, I had worked like 320 of them or something insane like that. And that was the year when I just said, it was after that year that I said, no, I'm not doing this anymore. I mean, you know, I was working 70-hour weeks and being paid for 40-hour weeks and, you know, getting finished at 2 a.m. and having to be up at and in the office at 7 a.m. It was terrible. So 2018, Tommy Pham and the Rays. Oh, he's a Ray on that card finally. For the Pirates, Nick Kingham. Colorado Rockies with a hollow foil. Storybook endings for the Yankees. 35th anniversary for the Red Sox. But, you know, it was a fun job, and I really enjoyed the job, and I loved all my clients, and I loved all my team and my people that I managed. It was great fun, but really it was that year that just burned me out so badly. And once it became apparent that they were talking about continuing the same program for both brands the following year, I just thought, man, there is no way I can do this for another year. And so I left and started working for myself, which I've been doing ever since. And that was, what, 10, 15 years ago? I don't know, long time ago. And then don't you know that like 3 or 4 months after I left, both of those brands ended that program. And I was like, oh, I hate you guys. That is Randy Johnson insert for the Mariners. That's International for the Twins with Max Kepler. A Don't Blink for the Giants. 35th anniversary, Patrick Corbin for the Diamondbacks. All-Star Stitches, and this one is numbered to 50 for Charlie Blackmon and the Rockies. The Colorado Rockies. I can't get the sleeve to open. What is going on with you, you stupid sleeve? Sometimes they don't want to play nice with me. They like to challenge me because they know I'm trying to do it left-handed. Although, honestly, most things I can do either right or left-handed. There are a few things I can only do left-handed, and there are a few things I can only do right-handed. But most things I can do with either hand. So I'm not fully ambidextrous, but largely so. Aaron Judge for the Yankees. International Affair for the Dodgers. An Independence Day Adam Engel for the White Sox to 76. Yes, that was the second Charlie Blackmon All-Star Stitches, but the first one wasn't numbered, I don't think. First one was just plain, and of course that second one there numbered to 50. But yeah, if you have the Rockies, you got a good deal on that tonight. Mariners Don't Blink, 35th anniversary, Aaron Judge. The rookie debut, Acuna, I think is just, yeah, base. Jay Allen says you can drink with both hands. Actually, I became very good at bar games because, again, you know, I was the on-premise manager. So those were my accounts, the places where you buy it and drink it in the same place. So restaurants, bars, sporting events, you know, that sort of thing. So I became at one time pretty good at darts, and I could play darts both right and left-handed. Could shoot pool. Mostly I was right-handed for shooting pool, and you know, pretty much any of those kind of bar-type games. Beer pong. I became good at beer pong. I was really quite good at most things you could think of playing games in a bar because I had time to pass, right? When my Miller girls or my Coors girls, actually I hired a Miller guy too, so being the very progressive person that I was, Verlander for the Astros, an International Big Papi for the Red Sox, Edwin Encarnacion, that is numbered to 299 for the Indians, and a Don't Blink for the Tampa Bay Rays, Scott Kingery for the Phillies. But yeah, so I always had time to pass while my team was working. I just had to be there to supervise them and make sure nobody got in any trouble and pay the tab and that sort of thing. So I became very adept at playing most bar-related games. So we have a recap to do. We're going to recap our numbered cards and our short prints and that sort of jazz, as well as, of course, our autograph and relic hits. And then we've got this fellow here to do something with, and that's going to go to random.org unless we have the same team owner, blah, 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 unless we have the same team owner for both the Yankees and the Astros. So again, there's going to be plenty of these in the base, okay? This one is numbered. That's why it's going to go to random. For the base of that card, I will just basically put half of them to the Astros and half of them to the Yankees. Ditto with the Ichiro and Ohtani card. Half will go to the Angels, half will go to the Mariners. That's how they'll be sorted as we go along. This one is a different story because it's numbered. So one person, and there was only one of them that we pulled that was numbered. So it's got to be an either or going to just one person. And I'm looking to see, shoot. All right, I guess I set my top loaders off the table tonight. That's all right. I'll circle it on the sleeve. I do that a lot anyway, and it's fine. So we're going to go first over here and check and see if we have the same team owner or not. The Yankees, that is Brown DFD 55, and our Astros Logic Boy. So we do have two different team owners. So here's what we're going to do. I always go either left to right or top to bottom. This card is oriented left to right. I will type in Astros first, Yankees second. I will hit random 3 different times. The first 2 times are not going to count. It's only going to be the third and final random that will make the determination as to where this particular numbered card is going to go. Once again, the base, each team will get some. All right, so Astros and Yankees. Good luck to the Astros and the Yankees. Here we go. You can ignore the first one, ignore the second one. Here comes our third and final. And there's 3 times, date and time stamp. It is headed to the Astros. And that is this little numbered card right here. So what I need to do, we're going to circle Jose Altuve so that I know the answer to that. And of course, just letting you know, circle the sleeve, not the card. So we'll start off our recap with that because that's in my hand. And it is, of course, numbered to 2018. Latchman, I did break 2018 Tribute. That comes out really early in the year. So, like, we won't have that again until probably about February or March of 2019. What will come out first will be the last release of this year, Latchman, will be 2018 Bowman's Best Baseball. And that'll wrap up this year's releases. That'll come out sometime in December, probably between Christmas and New Year's. Then in January, probably about the second week of January or thereabouts, we'll have 2019 Topps Series 1 Baseball. And then there may be even another release after that. I can't remember. And then shortly thereafter, we'll have 2019 Tribute. So that's kind of how it goes. And Jay Allen, yes, I am very good at quarters. And at times, I had hit as many as like 10 or 12 in a row. I wasn't always good at them. But again, I got good because, I did that job for a lot of years. So, yeah, I at one time was the reigning quarters champion. That is an insert for the Cubs with the blue parallel unnumbered. This is a short print Don Mattingly for the Yankees. The nice black border Acuna for the Braves. It is numbered to 299. This is vintage stock numbered to 99 for the Orioles. A short print Randy Johnson for the Mariners. I guess this is going to be the blue parallel. It looks blue to me, purpley blue. But anyway, Torrey Hunter and the Twins, not numbered. A short print Giancarlo Stanton for the Yankees. A short print Kingham for the Pirates. Here's our 1-of-1 printing plate for the Rangers. It's Bartolo. There's another Torrey Hunter. Again, I guess it's kind of purpley, so I don't really know if that's the blue parallel or if that's just the color of that card. Anyway, we're going to, there it was. Whatever it is, you're getting it. So, so whether it is or not, but it might be. Ian Kinsler and the Red Sox short print. That is definitely the blue parallel. Andy Pettitte and the Yankees. Giancarlo Stanton with the blue border for the Yankees. A Kutch short print for the Yankees. Hernandez black and white parallel Blue Jays, the negative parallel that's called. Josh Donaldson short print for the Indians. A Tyler O'Neill short print for the St. Louis Cardinals. Numbered to 76 for the White Sox. That one is an Independence Day variation. We're going to see a whole bunch with this sort of army green, camouflage green, pea green, whatever you want to call it. Everyone with this color will be numbered to 2018. Tommy Pham and the Rays, Joe Musgrove and the Pirates, Castro for the Marlins, LaCroix for the A's. This is numbered differently. It's Matt Moore for the Rangers, and it's numbered to 50. To 2018, Yarborough for the Rays, 2018, Lester for the Cubbies, Lindor for the Indians. That is Justin Verlander and the Astros. Arizona Diamondbacks, Reinheimer. The Mariners with Denard Spahn. This is numbered to 67. That is the black parallel for my Cincinnati Reds. Back to being numbered to 2018. That's Kemp and the Astros. Rookie combos for the Miami Marlins. The Yankees with Stanton. The Rangers with Profar. That is the Yankees and Chapman. Cabrera and the Phillies. The Oakland A's with an Independence Day to 76. Back to 2018, that's Bautista and the Mets. Bregman and the Astros. Oh, boy. Sam for the Blue Jays. Rhys Hoskins for the Phillies. Piscotty for the A's. The Brewers with Jonathan Shoup. The Rangers with Gardewine. A black parallel for the Phillies with Ramos to 67. Lopez and the White Sox. Diaz and the Blue Jays. Nottingham for the Brewers to 50. The Tampa Bay Rays with Tommy Gonzalez to 2018 for the Mariners. So, and guys, I think I kept all of our parallels and numbered cards separately, but you know what? Honestly, every once in a while, I will accidentally have stacked one of those in with the base and not set it out separately. So if you saw it go through originally, but you didn't see it in that recap, don't worry. I will definitely find it when I sort, and anything that you've seen come through, you're going to get, okay? So this is Christian Yelich for the Brewers, All-Star Stitches. A postseason Clayton Kershaw manufactured relic for the Dodgers, All-Star Stitches. Markakis for the Braves, All-Star Stitches. Michael Brantley and the Indians. Manufactured patch postseason Chris Bryant and the Cubbies. All-Star Stitches Chapman and the Yankees. Postseason relic Rivera and the Yankees. All-Star Stitches Charlie Blackmon and the Rockies. Postseason manufactured Buster Posey and the Giants. The second Charlie Blackmon, that one was numbered to 50, of course, for the Rockies with that All-Star Stitches. Postseason manufactured for the Astros with Jose Altuve. Postseason manufactured Jose Bautista for the Blue Jays. Our autographs. Jesse Biddle and the Braves. Chris Stratton and the Giants. This one on an insert, of course, is a sticker autograph. It is Jamie Barria for the Angels. The guy whose name I can't pronounce for the Rangers, Kiner Faleira, or something not at all like that, perhaps. Then we have Scott Kingery for the Phillies. Last but not least, Tyler Mahle for my Cincinnati Reds. And that's it. Believe it or not, we managed to get through it in what? 2 hours about? Maybe a hair over? Not too shabby. because we did that and our memorabilia in that amount of time. Yeah, all right, we're getting better. We're getting we're getting faster. I always like that plan. All right, so before I wrap up tonight, I am going to put spreadsheet information up one final time for anybody who might have missed it, or maybe you're just watching the recap on the tape delay, so to speak, and you didn't see it. So in case you didn't, here we go. Anticipating Saturday is what I have typed there. It could possibly fall to Monday for this Topps Update Jumbo. I'm going to try to get it out Saturday. The reality of it is it may be some Saturday, some on Monday, or maybe I'm going to get it all out by Saturday. I don't know for sure. So look for it Saturday or Monday, and I would just ask that you please be patient with me on this one because it is a monstrous sort. And then, of course, a Monday projection on our free shipping items, which was the baseball jersey and the memorabilia items that came out of 4th and Goal. And sometimes those get out sooner. It really just depends on how my day runs. Basically, it runs like this. If I know the post office is about to close or my pickup is about to happen, and I don't have time to get an entire break out before that, but maybe I've got an extra half hour where I can do a jersey or some helmets real quickly, that's where they slide in and go out the door earlier. So it's kind of like a worst case scenario. If I haven't found any extra time to slide them out the door earlier, the free stuff would always go on that 6th or 7th day. But often they go out in pieces, parts, a little bit ahead of that. And then, of course, consolation cards. If you were in one of the memorabilia breaks and your team was not the team pulled, you are entitled to a consolation card. It can be from any year in any series. I do keep track of it for a rolling 90 days. Normally, I would just send it the next time you do have a package shipping with cards or items, and I would send all consolation cards that you were due over that rolling 90-day period. If you don't want to wait for that and you want it sent right away, you just drop me a line and let me know, and I'll get you taken care of. This is what's coming up in the 5 days ahead. These breaks are already up and running, listed on eBay, available for bidding right now. Here's what we're going to be breaking. Note that we are mostly back to 10 o'clock, okay? We're probably going to stick it with 9:30 on release days, which are Wednesdays and sometimes Fridays. But we'll probably kind of stay in a 9:30 groove on Wednesday new release days. And we'll probably stay in about a 9:30 groove on Sundays. Everything else is mostly going to slide back to 10 o'clock start times. So Tuesday night we'll open, tomorrow night, a Hit Parade autograph full-size helmet, a half case of Gold Rush autograph basketball jerseys, the last full case I have of 5-star baseball, and we'll open another case of Prism football. On Wednesday, guess what? Flawless basketball comes out. Whoop, whoop. And we will open a half case of that and a full case of high-tech baseball, which is also a Wednesday release, as well as the last full case I have of the Bowman Chrome Hobby. I think I have some Bowman Chrome HTA somewhere I've got to dig out, but that's the last of the Bowman Chrome Hobby anyway. Will be Wednesday night, Halloween the 31st. On Thursday night, the 1st of November, it will be a 3-box case of Leaf Autograph full-size football helmets. That's right, not just one. We're going to bust into the whole 3-box case. We'll also do more Flawless basketball, more Prism football. On Friday, we're going to open another 4th and Goal box, more Flawless basketball, more high-tech baseball. On Saturday, I'm not going to break because I'm not sure yet if I'm going to go to Breeders' Cup. I have tickets. If I don't sell them, I probably won't go Friday, but I might go Saturday. So I don't know. Be on the safe side. We're not going to break on Saturday night. And that's the schedule for the next 5 days. So we've got plenty to keep us busy. And I believe that has got me wrapped up for tonight, kids. So as always, I do appreciate you spending part of your evening with me. I will be back at it tomorrow night. I hope I'll see some or most or all of you again. So come hang out with me again. Until then, have a great week ahead, and we'll see you next time. Bye now.